Hello and thank you for joining us. I'm Monica Brera in New York, and Anderson Cooper is joining us live from Lviv, Ukraine. In just minutes from now, we will hear from U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken. Right now, he's meeting with NATO allies over a potentially terrifying development overnight. Russian forces launching an attack and seizing the largest nuclear power plant in all of Europe. Here you can see the Russian assault.
A fire in an auxiliary building is now out, and radiation levels appear to be normal. Ukrainian nuclear officials say the plant managers remain on site working at gunpoint now of Russian forces. Ukraine's president calls the attack, quote, terror of an unprecedented level.
There are 15 nuclear reactors in Ukraine. If one of them blows, that's the end for everyone. That's the end of Europe. All of Europe will have to evacuate. Immediate action must be taken to stop the Russian army. Don't allow the death of Europe. Stop this potential atomic catastrophe.
Well, another big development today, NATO says that Russia is using cluster bombs and possibly weapons that would violate international law. Now, cluster bombs are widely condemned for their indiscriminate killing of civilians. We've already seen video of indiscriminate killing. To be sure, civilians are increasingly being targeted. That is the city council building in Kharkiv under attack. Local officials say it was from a cruise missile. Sirens and screams are heard in the aftermath of Russian strikes on an apartment building in northern Ukraine. CNN has verified the location and authenticity of this horrific video posted on social media. Ukraine's government says at least 33 bodies have been recovered so far from this attack. Now, a report filed by ITV correspondent Dan Rivers from a village just south of Kharkiv. Now, CNN has not been able to independently confirm the amount of strikes the village endured or the number of deaths that resulted from the strikes, and we want to warn you, some viewers may find these realities of war disturbing.
At first glance, it appears a peaceful sanctuary, which is why those bombed out of Kharkiv sought refuge here. But a closer look shows the village of Yakovlivka was anything but safe. It was devastated by what locals say were 4 Russian airstrikes, and this was the result. The body of Victor lies in front of the home where he perished. As firemen search for that of his wife Oksana, still buried under its ruins. What we're seeing here is the true face of this Russian invasion. President Putin doesn't seem to care whether civilians are caught by his shells and rockets. He's not liberating this country, he's destroying it. There is no hearse for the bodies. 1 week on, and this war has already robbed the dead of their dignity and left the living seething with fury. Putin, you should die, he says. In Natasha's garden, they're sifting the rubble for anything worth salvaging. She was sheltering 9 people in her home, including several young children. Their car had been shot as they ran the gauntlet from the city.
And 2 children were here.
He shows me where they were sleeping when the first missile hit. The shockwave ripped through every room, lacerating them all with glass. The children escaped without major injury.
Это так страшно. Война – это очень страшно. И пусть матеря, которые не понимают, которых нет информации в России, что здесь творится, и их детей тоже здесь убивают. Их убивают здесь детей. Они пушечное мясо. Мы пушечное мясо. Они пушечное мясо. Ребята, надо... В стране, в мире должен быть мир. Люди должны жить. А не разбирать завалы. Мы же не должны разбирать завалы. Где жить? Как жить? Это же страшно.
У нас Яковлевка находится длинная
Across the street, a garden hewn apart by the impact. The blast so powerful it overturned cars. The crater so deep you could bury one inside it. People are left sifting through what's left without the support of any aid agencies, wondering what will come next. As the shelling continues to echo across this shattered community. There is no obvious military target here, just a village which tried to offer shelter to those in need. Dan Rivers, News at 10, Eastern Ukraine.
Those last lines are so important. There is no obvious military target there. It is homes where they were sheltering refugees, people who had fled other cities. We want to thank our former colleague Dan Rivers of ITN for that very moving report. I want to bring in CNN correspondent